Guys, Yeezy month is upon us. We've got new pairs dropping every single week. So today we're going over the 5 best Yeezys you can buy this month, with some honorable mentions of course. Coming in at number 5, the Yeezy Slide Slate Marine. Now these just dropped on August the 9th. They retail for $70 and the resale price is just a little bit above that. So in total there's 4 different Yeezy slides that have or will drop this month. Now so far we've had the Bone and Slate Marine colorway. Now still to come is the Slate Gray and the Granite, which look like they're going to be identical in color, similar to the Yeezy Foam Runner Onyx and Carbon. So the Yeezy Side Slate Marine definitely have that new factor going for them. It's a colorway of the Yeezy slides that we haven't really seen before. Now it's basically a gray pair of slides with a very slight bluish greenish hue to them, and they look killer with a pair of white socks. Unless of course you're one of those who lets people window shop your toes while you're walking around without any socks. Now of course most of you guys should know by now that the Yeezy slide is the pinnacle of comfort. I mean, to this day I have never found anything that quite competes with the Yeezy slide in terms of comfortability. Now when it comes to sizing, the Yeezy slide is very difficult because literally from pair to pair it could be completely different. So with this colorway I actually went true to size and it fits me relatively well. Definitely on the tighter side, so if you're more wide-footed I would definitely just go a size up. But for the rest of us, true to size should be fine, and I will mention that they do stretch out over time. So even though initially they may feel a little bit more tight, don't panic, they will stretch out and perfectly fit your foot after a while. Okay, so coming in at number 4 is the Yeezy 700 V1 Utility Black. These drop on August the 21st and the raffle is actually now live on the Adidas Confirmed app, so enter if you want to. Now they retail for the new lower price of $240, which when they first released back in 2019 they were $300, so you can call that a W. Now these are currently reselling for anywhere between $300 to $400, which will come down after the release, but like a lot of the sneakers, if not all of the sneakers on today's list, they will probably become a lot more expensive in the future. I mean, Adidas' CEO said that they don't have any plans to sell Yeezys in the future once they've sold out of all of the sneakers they have in their warehouses. This is actually the first time that the Utility Blacks have restocked, which has made it one of the most anticipated Yeezys this entire month. Trust me, there is a lot of people going for this pair of shoes. Now I personally have the Yeezy 700 V2 Vanta, so you would think that I don't really need another pair of all black 700s. But I freaking still want these things. They do come with a gum outsole, and they also have full-length boost cushioning, so they are incredibly comfortable. And in terms of sizing, these are actually quite tight, specifically around the toe box, so I would suggest going up a half size. But yeah, overall, it is a great pair of shoes. The 700 model is just such a classic. Even though it released years ago, it is still in style. In fact, I would say it's become more and more in style over time. And this pair is definitely one of the best colorways. Alright, coming in at number 3, the Yeezy Foam Runner Stone Salt. Now these dropped on August the 9th. They retail for $90 and are reselling for anywhere between $120 and $130. Now honestly, this is a little bit of a tough colorway to describe. I mean, a lot of Yeezy colorways tend to be this weird mix of different colors that we've never really seen before. But basically, this pair of foam runners is kind of like a light gray with a very slight greenish hue to them. I actually think that this pair of foam runners is a great alternative to the sand pair. So if you wanted a lighter colorway that's super easy to style, then I think this is a great option. Now just for reference, this Stone Salt colorway is somewhat similar to the Stone Sage. It just doesn't have that mixture effect because it's a solid colorway. Now this pair is made in the USA with algae material mixed in. And this just makes the whole process of producing this pair of shoes a lot more sustainable. The foam runner is really just a one-of-a-kind pair of sneakers. I freaking love mine. I wear them a lot, especially when I'm traveling, because they are incredibly comfortable. And I genuinely think that this is a great colorway. I actually went with my true to size and they fit me just fine, so that's what I'm going to recommend to you. Okay, before we get into the 2 best Yeezys, let me quickly hit you guys with some honorable mentions. First one's going to be the Yeezy 350 V2 Static. Now, this is actually one of my favorite Yeezy 350 V2s of all time. It's a pair that I never managed to get when they originally released, and I believe that this is the first time that they're ever restocking. So I definitely think that these things are going to sell out and the demand is pretty high for them. The only real issue with this pair of shoes is that since they originally released, we've had a lot of other colorways that look somewhat similar. For example, if you bought the Bone 350s a couple days ago, well, do you really need another white colorway of the 350? Either way, these are also going to be dropping on August the 21st. The raffle is now live, so you can go and enter it if you want them. Alright, next one up is the Yeezy 500 Tactical Boot. Now, I really like this pair of Yeezys, and if you want the full rundown on this pair of shoes, just check out the review. I'll link it wherever you put it in the top screen, either side. Long story short, they start fires, they're super comfortable, however, they do retail for a whopping $300. Now, in my opinion, they're definitely overpriced, but at least they throw in an extra pair of laces with the pair of shoes. Final honorable mention is the Yeezy 950 boot Pirate Black. This is yet another freaking Yeezy icon returning for the first time ever. It's a super cool looking pair of boots, however, there are definitely some drawbacks. For starters, they're exclusively dropping out in the US. Oh, and they retail for $600. I mean, I've never had these things in hand before, but surely they're not worth $600. I mean, you could literally pay resale for the Jordan 1 Lost and Founds, a pair of Yeezy foam runners, and throw in a pair of Yeezy slides, or you could buy these for retail. So yeah, it's a bit of a tough sell. Either way, if this is one of those Yeezys that got away from you, well, the draw is now live and they should be dropping on August the 21st as well. Coming in at number 2, the Yeezy 350 MX Dark Salt. Now, these are also going to be dropping on August the 21st. They retail for $230, and resale is looking anywhere between $200 to $300. So this pair of shoes is technically one of the rarest Yeezy 350s out there. I mean, there has only ever been 3 different Yeezy 350s that have come with this MX pattern, the MX Rock and the MX Oat being the other two. And these, in my opinion, are the hardest colorway yet. I mean, it literally just looks like you took this pair of shoes into an editing app and just completely desaturated it. It's got a solid black midsole, semi-translucent stripe, and back tab. And then the upper just has this really trippy swirl effect moving around the entire knit. Now, unfortunately, these also come with another caveat, and that is the fact that you do not get extra laces. Now, 350s don't typically come with extra laces, however, they added the infinity loop lace to this, meaning it is literally just one loop. The only way to unlace your shoes is to literally cut them in half. Now, I personally like wearing some of my 350s completely unlaced, or just potentially the fact that I might want to adjust this pair of shoes. Well, you do not have that option. Of course, unless you cut them off, throw those laces away, and buy another pair. Now, like all 350s, they do fit a little bit small, so I would recommend going up a half size. Alright, here we go, guys. The final boss, the best Yeezy this month, is the Yeezy 700 V1 Wave Runner. Now, these drop anywhere between August the 16th and August the 22nd. We don't actually have a specific release date for this pair of shoes because Adidas actually hasn't loaded them up to the confirmed app. They're either going to be loading up in the next few days for a raffle, or Adidas could literally just shock drop them. Of course, you know, as soon as I get an update on this pair of shoes, I will update you guys over on my Instagram, so you can go and chuck me a follow over there. Now, these are yet another pair of Yeezys with a caveat, and that is the fact that these retail for $300. I mean, somehow Adidas decided to drop the price of some Yeezy 700 V1s, however, not these, because they know that they're gonna sell out. Adidas is acting like some kind of StockX. Either way, despite this higher retail price, it's definitely not gonna stop these things from selling out. They're reselling for anywhere between $400 to $500, and they are literally one of the most iconic Yeezys of all time. I mean, I freaking love my pair. I wear them all the time. They're incredibly comfortable and just a great looking pair of sneakers. And honestly, it's kind of sad to think that this is probably the last time ever that these are gonna drop for retail. So if you want to grab a piece of Yeezy history, then this is probably your final chance. They've also got premium materials on the upper, like suede and leather. And crazy enough, the Yeezy 700 Wave Runner was once regarded as like the ugliest Yeezy of all time. But just as the years went on, it became universally loved. Now, most people regard it as their favorite Yeezy ever released. Now, in terms of sizing, just like all 700 V1s, these do fit a little bit tight, again, specifically in the toe box region, so you do want to go a half size up. But there you have it, guys. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section, and also what you're aiming to cop this month. And also check out this video for the full list of all of the August Yeezy drops.